Reading from the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible, Isaiah chapter 25. O Lord, you are my God. I will exalt you and praise your name, for you have done marvelous things, plans formed long in faithfulness and truth. For you have made the city a heap of rubble, the fortified city of ruin. The foreigner's palace, a city no more. It will never be built. Therefore, strong peoples will glorify you. Cities of ruthless nations will fear you. For you have been a refuge to the poor, a refuge to the needy in their distress, a shelter from the storm, and a shade from the heat. For the breath of the ruthless is like a storm against a wall, like heat in a dry place. You subdue the uproar of foreigners like heat with the shade of clouds. The song of the ruthless will be stilled. On this mountain, Jehovah the Sabaoth will make for all peoples a feast of rich food, a feast of aged wine, of choice meats, filled with marrow of refined and aged wines. And on this mountain he will destroy the shroud that covers all peoples, the sheet that spread over all nations. He has swallowed up death forever. Then Jehovah Elohim will wipe away the tears from all faces, and he will remove the disgrace of his people from all the earth. For Jehovah has spoken. And you will say on that day, see Jehovah, this is our Elohim. We have waited for him so he might save us. This is Jehovah for whom we have waited. Let us be glad and we will rejoice in his salvation. For the hand of Jehovah will rest on this mountain. The Moabites will be trodden down in their place, just as straw is trodden down in the water of a manure pit. They will spread forth his hands in the midst of it, as swimmers spread out their hands to swim. But Jehovah will lay low their pride, together with the cleverness of their hands. He brings down the high fortifications of your walls and lays them low. He will cast them to the ground, even to that very dust. On that day we will sing that song in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. God makes victory in walls and ramparts. Open your gates so that the righteous nation that keeps faith may enter in. You will keep in perfect peace the one whose mind is fixed on you, because he is in you. Trust in Jehovah forever. For Jehovah, we have an everlasting rock. For he has made drunk those who dwell on high. As for the lofty city, he lays it low to the ground and casts it to the dust. The feet of the oppressed trample the footsteps of the needy. The way of righteousness is level. O upright one, you bring to safety. The path of justice. Yes, Jehovah, we wait in the path of your judgments. Your name and your law are our soul's desire. My soul yearns for you in the night. My spirit within me diligently seeks you. For when your judgments are on the earth, the inhabitants of the world learn righteousness. Our full favor is shown to the wicked. They do not learn righteousness. Even in the land of righteousness, they are perversely and do not see the majesty of Jehovah. O Jehovah, your hand is lifted up, but they do not see it. And let them see your zeal for your people and be put to shame. Yes, let the fire reserved for your adversaries consume them. Jehovah, you will decide peace for us, for all that we have accomplished, you have done for us. O Jehovah Elohim, other lords beside you have had dominion over us. but through you alone we acknowledge your name. The dead will not live, and the departed spirits will not rise. You punished and destroyed them, and imprisoned all memory of them. But you have enlarged the nation. O Jehovah, you have enlarged the nation. You are glorified. You have enlarged all the borders of the land. O Jehovah, in distress they sought you. They were distressed. They poured out their magical prayer when your chastisement were upon them. Like a woman with child who withers in pain and cries out in her pangs as she approaches her time. So we have been before you, O Jehovah. We have been with child, we have been in pain, but we gave birth only to win. We have not won your deliverance for the earth, nor have inhabitants of the world been born. But your dead will live, their dead bodies will rise. The dwellers in the dust will awake and shout for joy. For your dew is like the dew of the dawn, and the earth will give birth to the joy. Come, my people, into your chambers and shut your doors behind you. Hide yourselves for a little moment until the wrath is past. For Jehovah is coming from his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their sins. The earth will disclose the blood shed on it, and will no longer conceal its slain. On that day, Jehovah will punish with his cruel and great and strong sword Leviathan, the gliding serpent, Leviathan, the coiling serpent, and he will kill the dragon that is in the sea. On that day, the diminishing vineyard sing about it. I, Jehovah, am its keeper. Every moment I water it. I guard it night and day so that no one can harm it. I have no anger. If only there were briars and thorns confronting me in barley, I would march against them. Only if there were briars and thorns confronting me in battle, I would march against them, and I would set them all on fire. Or else let it rely on my protection. Let it make peace with me. Let it make peace with me. In days to come, Jacob will take root, and Israel will blossom and put forth shoots, and fill the whole world with fruit. Has Jehovah struck them down as he struck down those who struck them? Or have they been slain as the slayers were slain? By banishment, by exile, you contended with them. He removed them in the day of the east wind with his fierce blast. Therefore, by this the guilt of Jacob will be forgiven, and this will be the full fruit of the removal of his sin, when he makes all the altar stones like pulverized chalk stones. No Asherah, no incense altars will remain standing. For the fortified city is desolate, its habitation abandoned and forsaken like the desert. There the cows graze, there they lie down and strip its branches bare. When its boughs are dry, they are broken off. Women make a fire of them. For this is a people without understanding. So he made them, will not have compassion on them. And he that formed them will show them no favor. And on that day Jehovah will thresh from the river Euphrates to the Wadi of Egypt, and you'll be gathered one by one, O people of Israel. And on that day a great trumpet will be sounded, and those who were perishing in the land of Assyria, and those who were driven out to the land of Egypt will come and lay down the Jehovah in the holy mountain at Jerusalem. I'll stop by. That was the reading of Isaiah chapter 24, 25, 26, 27 from the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible.